guys, how's it going? All right. It's a Saturday, my dudes. And dudettes and others, it is time. Close that Google Drive because we don't need it. We only need this one. What's up, crew? What's going on? Let me take care of something real quick while I'm thinking about it, because I definitely forgot last time. Yeah, okay. Goodbye and goodbye. Alright. My ticker's confused. Hang on. Where? Oh, the ticker's not even open. That's why. Un momento. There we go. That should fix it. All right. I'm good at things. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry your cute little heads. I'm fine. I'm a professional and I know what I'm doing. How's everybody's Saturday? Oh, sorry, I just brushed my face up against the thing. Break out the bat and try to get his leg. I thought you meant break out the bat like you were gonna go break some kneecaps. Like, I thought you were ready to fight somebody. Alright. Let's see. What can we work on? Somebody did sketches for Spruikroon and Scarabee, but I don't remember what happened to them. That kind of disappeared. Just feeling creative. Are you saying that smashing some kneecaps is not a creative activity? I think that's what I'm hearing. Oh, I want to try to tackle the pomegranate so bad. But I know I'm just gonna get stuck drawing it for 3 million hours. Let's see. Be gay, do crimes, yes. Perfect. Fluli, thank you for the bits. Welcome. The plan for today is we're going to work on a Pokemon until 10 o'clock like we usually do, and then we're gonna go over to Rabbit and watch Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Because that's the next thing on our list of Pokemon movies. And then I think I might start doing, just so we don't burn out on fucking words, man. Sub-sketches, so we don't burn out on sub-sketches. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll do sub-sketches every other week. So, like, the first Saturday of the month, and then the second is sub-sketches, and then second Saturday is whatever else we're working on, and then... Or maybe we'll just go back to it when the Pokemon thing's over. I don't know. We're figuring it out. Sub-sketches is next weekend, though. Just putting that out there. I am going to do sub-sketches next weekend. I kind of want to try the turtle. Maybe? I'm not gonna lie. I just glanced at this list again. And I saw Vanallo and Fantalgo, and I was like, that's a cool sounding name. I want to do that. Which one's that one? And then I went, oh, that's the bat. Wait, someone was already doing that one. I just saw the name and was like, that sounds fun. No. Turtleisk? Oh, I'll totally fan art after it's done. Like, Pirtle. Pirtle. Well, I guess we have to decide. Okay, so let's do that one. Let's do the turtle. We're gonna do the turtle tonight. The question is, what turtle do we want to do? Oh, let me show you guys, too. I worked on some stuff hardcore earlier. Right? I thought you guys might like to see. Kuro, I am not quite done with this. I was in the middle of putting highlights and junk on it when my friend was like, yo, you want to go to this thing at the Science Center? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go to this thing at the Science Center. And so I didn't get to finish it. But I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Navlock is off. Nope, Navlock just hates me. Alright. I colored Lawrence, didn't get any further on it than that. More faces, I colored theirs and didn't get any further on it. I worked on creatures emotes. I gotta do their sub badges, and then that stuff's all done. Colored that. I still haven't gotten I got confirmation today on this, so I can do the line art later on that. And then, Scroll Dragon. Discord eyes. So we're getting there. And also, let me tell you guys about this cool thing we went to at the Science Center, because I want to die a little bit, but it was great. More of a tortoise? Yeah, I think so. Actually, wasn't it gonna be like one of those giant tortoises? Look how fucking cute this turtle is. Oh my god, he's so cute. This little guy's so fucking cute. Alright. That's actually, I don't know why I closed that. Weren't we gonna do one of these giant tortoises? A huge fucking tortoise. Is it rock ground? I think it is rock ground. Yes, it is rock ground. I feel like that's what we were gonna go with. Yeah, maybe. What does South American tortoise look like? Wow, there's so many pictures of tortoises mating. Oh, these have such cool colors. I still want to do one of these big guys. I don't know if they're native to South America, but I still... Yeah, Galapagos giant tortoise. There you go. That's the one. There are toes with big spiky front legs for digging. Ooh. Tortoises. Oh, this dude, he's so beefy looking. Alright, we're gonna do that one. That's for the big one. Let's, open image in a new tab. Alright. Third thing, I want Mayan pyramids. They got crazy long necks in some pictures. Yeah, turtles are super stretchy. Thanks. That's a lot of steps. Oh my god, look at their weird little giraffe necks! They're so gross. I love them. Also, hey Chess, what's up? Alright, let's get ye ol' canvas open here. Oh jeez, I can't fucking function. Alright. Somewhere in here, I know how to do things. 3,000, there we go. Should just make it like that with a big fucking neck. I might have to, depending on how big this, pyramid ends up being. Oh, I had a question for you guys. I probably could have just looked it up, but I'm dumb and didn't. Do you know, Pokemon Uranium, is it one screen or is it dual screen? I'm pretty sure it's single screen, but I didn't think to ask that. Alright, let's do Baby Turtle first. Let's look how cute he is. He's so little. Not that we're doing that next, because I don't know what we're doing next. We haven't voted on it yet, but just, I was thinking about it today. I was like, oh, hang on. I never checked to see if that was a thing. African spurred tortoise. Yeah, look at his funky little legs. I might have to give the big one some spike legs now. Very spiky. The most spiky. Alright, let's see. So we gotta figure out, like, a pose for him, right? Since they're ground tortoises, I kind of want to make him walking. You know? So, like... if we give him, like... So, what if we did give him a little bit longer necks, right? And, like... their legs kind of face this way, which is sort of interesting, I think. feel like the little one needs to have a really big head. Like little stumpity legs. Should have his little head tucked in all cute. Oh, that would be super cute, actually. Let's do that instead. I don't know how to draw. Okay, real talk. I don't know how to draw turtles. I've never drawn a turtle before. Like, feel like I should know how to draw a turtle, but I've never actually had to draw a turtle, so. The big one's all out and ready to fuck shit up. Yeah, I'm down. I'm in. Yeah, and I think I might give the big one some, like, some serious, like, spiky legs. Like Shelgon? A little bit like Shelgon, yeah. I guess in this case we gotta start with the pyramid, right? So he's got, like, pyramid on his back. He's got his little head under here, like... I'm struggling. Hang on. Look up some turtle Pokemon. I know that I'm not gonna leave them up so I don't accidentally copy anything, but I just wonder how other, like, turtle Pokemon handle that. A lot of them have their heads sticking out, which is fine. I can just do the head the other way. Alright. Baby turtle. Oh my god, look at baby turtles. Baby tortoises are so fucking cute. Yeah, like this. Like, just grumpy baby. Let's put a Mayan pyramid up in the back here. Guys, it's gonna make me draw complex shapes. Turtmid? Oh yeah, he's kind of cute. I'm thinking like almost like that, but not quite. Although that's pretty good reference for how to attach the pyramid to his back. It's weird. This is one of those things where, like, I can picture how I want it to look in my head. Let me try to start with just a regular tortoise with no pyramid on its back, and then I'll turn the shell into a thing. I think that's where I'm struggling, is trying to get, like, the perspective of the temple in. So let me just draw the tortoise first. Let me draw his little grumpy head. So we'll give him like a little turtwig nose. Actually, let me look up turtwig. Because I want it to have, like, a similar face, but not quite, you know? I just want to try to get, like, the proportions of Turtwig, I think, is the deal. How was everybody's weekend? Oh yeah, let me tell you guys about the thing I went to on Friday. After work on Friday, my friend Chandler was like, yo, you want to go to this thing at the Science Center? And I was like, hell yeah, I want to go to this thing at the Science Center. So I did. And our friend Chris was there with some, like, cool, like, etchings he did with his little machine. Like, he has, like, a little, like, I don't know what it is. It's like a laser cutter, but he, like, etches stuff with it. And it's super cool. And he was selling some stuff there. It was this, like, I don't think it was, like, I wouldn't consider it, like, a whole convention because it was really small. But it was, like, this little, like, mini convention that was kind of awesome. Yeah, he's not very turtly, but I like his proportions. So it was like this, like, almost like mini convention, which was kind of awesome. Maybe if I commit to this, like, turtles, like, splay their legs out thing. Yeah, so I wouldn't have called it, like, a whole convention. It felt really small for, like, an actual convention, but it was, like, Harry Potter themed. And so there was, like, he had these cool, like, etchings he made of, like, Harry Potter themed stuff. Like, he had, like, little, like, you know, Gryffindor, like, I don't know, like, coasters and, like, bookmarks and stuff that he etched with his thing, and, like, portraits of some of the characters that he etched with his laser cutter, and it was really cool. But it was also in the Science Center, so we could actually walk around and, like, do the Science Center junk, too, which was sort of awesome. Like, we attempted to pilot the Mars rover in a simulation, and it didn't go very well, but it was fun. We had a great time. Bulbasaur is a frog. Yeah, where people get turtle from for I've actually never heard that. I've never heard that Bulbasaur is a turtle. I've always heard that Bulbasaur is a toad, because that's what it is. Bulbasaur is a toad. Alright, let's make that pyramid shell, like, extra big now. Because I think you're right. I think it needs to be big. Yeah, it's totally a toad. When I draw Bulbasaur, when I draw Bulbasaur and Venusaur in them, I always draw them. With a toad body. I always draw them as a frog. Today I learned that Venusaur is a frog. Yes, yes it is. Yeah, he even runs like a frog, which makes me super happy. Look how cute he is. It actually looks kind of awkward, because, like, you never see him move, and it's like, oh, that's how it runs. It looks so carefree. A square mouth to match the pyramid? I'm not even sure what kind of eyes to give it, if I'm honest. Let me look up some rock-type Pokemon for eye reference, because it's the place we're in right now. Thanks. Nope. So for some reason this happens only with this external keyboard, but for some reason, sometimes when I command all on this keyboard, it highlights the whole page instead of just the line I clicked on, and I don't know why. You have a frog the size of a car coming after you, right? Well, it's like all the frog Pokemon have, like, this, like, dainty little run, like, or they're small, but, like, that frog is fucking massive. I guess those little funny round eyes work. He's got, like, almost like Bonsley eyes. I don't know, he doesn't look, like, cute enough. Let's shrink his little legs down some more. I don't know, the pyramid being really big makes him look bigger. I'll tell you what, let me actually stop it here, and let me, before I screw anything else up, let me put his face back the way it was. There we go. Let me draw the big one for reference, and then we can adjust both of their appearances accordingly, because it might be fine when I put a big one next to it. Right now, I feel like it's kind of like... I feel like it's not cute enough. Like, I feel like the pyramid needs to be different, but I don't know how to do it, so let me just do the tortoise first. What a tortoise is. Where's that picture? You gave me the tortoise with his mouth open. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna give it like Terrakion eyes though. Like, I say this with authority, having raised a lot of frogs. That is a lot of frogs. That is a lot of frogs. That is many frog. Out of curiosity, does Caracosta do anything with its head? Or is it just bald head? Oh, it actually has like a helmet. That's kind of awesome. Alright, I don't care. I just wanted to know. Their weird little noodle neck. Alright. Nope. Come back. There we go. What kind of frogs do you raise, Chess? Is he a good boy? I've never really used Caracosta. If we do black and white, I hope we get some of the Pokemon I didn't use in black and white, really. Space. Feels like it's been a hot minute since we drew, like, any Pokemon anything, so, like, I'm not sure. I think I'm trying to draw him with, like, a Terrakion pose. I think that's what I'm trying to do. Damn, let me start over. Let me get the pose. Squirrel tree frogs? Ah, cool. Tortoise legs. Those funky little tortoise legs. They've got their weird little, like, inturned feet. Right, and then maybe even squash him a little bit so he's a little bit stouter. Yeah, there we go. Get him those little stout legs. Yeah, I'll give him the spikes like we did on, like, that African one you sent. He's got, like, spikies. How do tortoise back legs work? Much similar. Alright. Alright, and again, I'm gonna draw the shell like a regular shell for just a second, and get that Terrakion reference back for un momento. Now I can give him the pyramid. Just until I figured out where I put his legs. I hate 2D sprites in 3D environments. Black and White was the only Pokemon game I haven't played. Oh, yeah. It's not totally 3D, but I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, I think Black and White was the first time they had a Pokemon game that didn't have any Pokemon from other generations, wasn't it? Oh, except, yeah, obviously for first gen. Yeah. I meant other than first gen, but... the time first gen was out, there weren't any other Pokemon out. Smarty pants. Whoa, Flugly, thank you for all the bits. You are always coming through with the bits. You like chucking pennies at me. It's great. Like, I'm doing my best and you're chucking pennies at me and it works. You're sorry, but not really? Nah, don't worry about it. I kind of almost want to lift one of the legs. You know, like, take this one and just, like... I mean, obviously I can't lift it too much, because tortoises don't really lift their legs, but... I'm like a little turtley, like... Yeah. Yeah, like that. Give him the one little back leg that he's walking with. There we go. Alright, the little one looks a lot cuter and smaller now that I've drawn a big scary one next to it. You got 400 bits for free for doing a thing. Oh, that's awesome. I was gonna say, you always have so many bits. Gotta spread that love around a little bit. Alright, do we want to do anything else to the little turtle? Actually, you know what the little concept for the little turtle makes me think of? It's kind of like a crustal. I wonder if it would help to just take the top of the head off here. And just put the pyramid over him. I wonder if that would help. Now he's almost like under the pyramid. Like, the pyramid's not actually part of his body, he's just sitting under it. Or... it's not, like, turtle-y enough now. Need some sort of head thing. Little staircase-looking head crest. Yeah, maybe, since it'll be hard to fit the staircase on there. Maybe it goes up like this. He's just got, like... I could give him little horns. Or a feathered headdress, maybe. Alright, also, other thought. I sort of liked the turtle better when the pyramid was, like, looped over his body. His head was poking out. I don't know. pretty sure I know the answer to this question. Nope. I don't know. There's a couple of songs on this playlist that I do not remember. The big one having a full ziggurat? What? Okay, hang on. Yes, that would be too much. There's too many layers. I feel like it would be hard to illustrate as being different from... as being different from the little one, but maybe the little one has a different... Let me look up, Are there, like, different sizes of pyramids? Like, are there little ones? They're pretty much all the same style. Yeah, I think having a full ziggurat might be too much. Just because I don't think I can simplify it into a Pokemon style well enough. Oh, Coco, thanks for the host. Like, I agree he needs something on his head, I think. It's Coco time. Always Coco time. I don't know, I think putting like I feel like putting a headdress on him is like too much. I kind of feel like it covers the pyramid a little bit. I think that's part of my problem, but maybe not. The little one could have like... Now he's just Kuzco? Yeah. Put the little one on top of the big one. I sort of like it, but like I feel like it's like too big. I don't like that it covers the pyramid. Big floppy, just blop, big elephant ears. He's a rabbit now. I'll give him big rabbit ears. Let me give him some more teeth first. Does that make him too much like Caracosta if I give him like a segmented helmet head? Another head. There you go. 2 heads. Double head. Coco beat you to it. Coco read your mind. What if it's like kinda like a headdress? But small. And then the little one can have like, I don't know, like oh my god, so many bits. And maybe the little baby one's got like a little, just one little like loop on his head. It's almost like a little shark. So many bits it's lagging the jar, is it really? Oh yeah, look at it go. It has like no idea what to do. Here they come. Here come Coco's biddies. Skadoosh. And there you go. Ruin the jar. I could just empty the jar though. You realize that, right? Like that's something I am capable of doing. Maybe I should give him all the little spikes also. I don't want to empty the jar. I don't want to ruin your fun. Where are they? Yeah, like the bits have no idea what to do. There are so many bits in that jar. And Steve doesn't care. Steve's doing the most. Please skip the egg hatching song. That is what that is. I should just rename it from Lumio City to Egg Hatching. Yo, I just realized we're almost at 400 followers. That's kind of ridiculous. And then 100 more. And you guys get your super special surprise. You never did the circle pad trick? The circle pad trick was my life. Alright, let's stick with this for right now. I'm going to refine up the shapes and junk and make them look beautiful. And then we'll go from there. I'm going to work on the big one first, though. Mostly because that's the one I zoomed in on. That you were a fool. A fool of a took. Going back and forth from Zubat Roost to Camp Furrier. See, what I would do is I would go and I would run back and forth across that path for a little while, but I would collect up like 3 boxes worth of eggs. So I'd get like 90 eggs. And then I would sit in Lumio City and I would hatch eggs like that. And then I would do other stuff while I was hatching my 30 boxes, my 90 eggs. So I'd stick the little coin under the thing, I'd run around in the circle, and then, whenever all 6 of those eggs were hatched, I'd go get more. And the benefit for me, anyway, doing that was that I could do something else while I was hatching a bunch of eggs. I did have to sit and spend a bulk amount of time collecting eggs, but then I could do them all at once while I was working on something else and not be interrupted to have to go get more eggs. I don't know that it actually saved me any time, but that was why I did it, was so that I could work on like homework and stuff while I was doing it and just have it sit next to me. It doesn't beat going into the pen in 7th gen Tauros charging, right? I actually hate that. I hate having to get off the Tauros for stuff. That is a lot of eggs. I hatched close to, let's see, I hatched close to 600 eggs for my shiny Pumpkaboo, which was my first shiny ever that I'd ever gotten legitimately. All the other shinies I'd had before that were either gifted to me, were part of an event, or somebody on, like, the Wonder Trade or whatever, not Wonder Trade, GTS had, like, hacked them, so they weren't, like, legitimate shinies. So they were either gifts or like a Wi-Fi event thing, so I didn't actually have any legit shinies before then. The Pumpkaboo was my first. And then the second one I did was... Let's see. I think it was close to like 300 for shiny Noivern. I know it was closer to 900 for shiny Combee. Because I have a shiny female Combee. I have a shiny Vespiquen. Because I found 2 male Combees before that. The first one I kept. I named him Castiel, and he lives in my box, and he just does his best. He's just cute and does his best. He doesn't do anything else because he's male. And then the second one was my female, and her name is Bees. Like, it's just spelled like that, which is the greatest decision I ever made in a Pokemon game, because when it sends her out, it says Katie sent out bees. It's a reference to my favorite Cards Against Humanity card. If I ever get around, not if we can, because I know we can do it, I just haven't figured out how to do it. If we ever get around to doing, Cards Against Humanity on this game, I want you to know this is a little fun fact pro tip for you guys. If you play the bees question mark card, 9 times out of 10 I'll pick it. Unless somebody played a pretty baller other card, the bees card usually wins. Because the bees card is hysterical in most situations, and for some reason that card always gets bees. Yes, I love that card. That's my favorite card in the whole game. Like, bigger, blacker dick, that's pretty funny. You know, some of those are good. Even some of the weird ones about, like, oh, it's a box inside of a box doing a box. Like, you know, it's like, even the weird, like, box ones are kind of great, but bees. Every time. Bees gets me. Bees is perfect. My first shiny, aside from the red Gyarados and the horrible glitchy Ditto, was a Zubat and Sapphire. Zubat. Lots of wild shiny. Yeah, see, I've never seen the only wild shinies okay, so there was one time. Alright, there was one time I think I got a random wild shiny, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'll tell you why I'm not 100% sure. it was in X and Y. I was using the Pokegear thing. I don't remember what it was called. I hear the bits. Thank you for the bits. So many bits. What was it called? The Pokenav, what was it? Whatever the thing was where you could walk in the grass and the grass would shake and then you'd walk around and encounter stuff in the grass and then you counted up your encounters and then one of them would be shiny. When I was doing that, I encountered a wild Furfrou on like my 13th encounter with that thing. The Dexnav, thank you. Yeah. Was it the Dexnav? Whatever. Yeah. On like my 13th stage of a chain, I ran into one. And I don't know if that counts as being spawned or being more common because of the Dexnav trick. I just remember that I found it and it wasn't when I expected to find it. And then I finished the chain and got the shiny Furfrou from the chain. So I don't know. Oh. Is that an FC Nun raid? It is. Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. We're working on Fakemon and talking about Fakemon. Techno Goose noise. I bet that's a glorious noise. I would like to know what that sounds like. I'm talking about shiny Pokemon and maybe getting to doing a fishing chain or farmed hordes. See, I never got into farming hordes. Vasher, Seamus, Jimmy. How you guys doing? How was your stream, FC? Your real name's Owen, right? Can I call you that? As I say it on stream, can I call you that? Feels weird to call you FC. What were you guys playing? FC Nun is a mouthful. Mike? Last name is Owen, which is why people call me. Oh, okay. I can call him Fuckface? Great. Thanks. I'll remember that. Axie will remember that. You're doing science? Yes. Flugly is doing some very important science. Flugly is trying to see how many bits you can put in the tip jar before the stream crashes. That's the... I can also call you Betty. Great. Alright, so Mike, Owen, Betty, or Fuckface. Any of those? Okay, but not late for supper? Okay, you got it. Look at you guys. If you want to send it to me in Discord, I will. Because it sounds glorious. That sounds like a noise that needs to be in my life. Oh, you're checking to see if they hit it in midair? It looks like you're also trying to test how long it takes for my OBS to crash. Here they come. Here come those pride flags. Thanks. Here they come. Boom. Man, that tip jar is struggling. Look how laggy it is. Oh, so good. What are you guys doing? This whole stream is just bling, bling, bling. It's so good. I just almost put like Axie style curves on this guy and then remembered we're drawing Pokemon style and so I can't do them like too detailed. Should we spike the tip jar? What happens if you put, yeah, does it do something different if you put one big thing in? Not that I'm asking you guys to make a bit donation, because you don't have to do that. But, like, is it different? Is it different if you put, like, 50 single bits versus one 50-bit? If that makes sense? Oh, Jimmy's just gonna give me a whole bunch of bitties. Single pride bit. Inside all the Kappa bits. Here it comes. Well, bam. Oh, it just sat on top. I'm so disappointed that it didn't explode. Was that it? I am disappointed. I do appreciate the 1,500 bits, though. Because that's a solid 15 bucks, I think. Is that how that works? Or is it $1.50? I don't know how bits work. Thank you for that either way. You're the best. Usually one big bit will send all the other ones flying. There may be too many bits. Have a good dinner. See you later. Flugly just filled the bit jar with bits. Oh my god. The sound at the beginning of this song made me think I was getting raided again, and I was like, I don't know what to do. Panic. $150 is $1.05. Yeah, Flugly ruined the economy. That jar is pretty packed. Should I clear the jar so you guys can play with it more? Thank you for that. I appreciate you. What happens if I toggle the bit jar on and off? Hang on. I'm not gonna get rid of it, just... Okay, that does not reset it. I was hoping it would just drop the bits in again. I wasn't... Yeah, I didn't expect you guys to keep putting bits in. I just... I'm sad you can't watch ads in batch anymore. Like, 'cause I liked watching them to get bits to give to people, because now I don't have any bits. Widgets, the jar. Here, let me... maybe that will help. Maybe that will make it worse. But there you go. Are there any good Pokemon with spikes on their arms that I could reference? Because I feel like that's gonna be too flat. Graveler has them. But they're kind of chunky. Cacnea is a spiky boy. Maybe I should just, yeah, maybe I should do them like Cacnea, where they're like little isolated spikes. Yeah, I think that's good. Look at this Leafeon somebody changed into a rock-type Pokemon. That's cool. I need more Eevees. I don't even like Eevee that much. It's not that I don't like Eevee. It's just, it's not like it's my favorite Pokemon. You know, Eevee's just cool, in my opinion. He's a cool Pokemon. We need more. Not having a reference is good. That means the idea hasn't been done before. Yeah, I was more looking for how Pokemon handles something like that, because, like, so the way I was picturing it was like that African tortoise you sent me, which, I'm just gonna look that up. Yeah, so, like, I was picturing it with the whole leg covered in spikes like this, but Pokemon doesn't generally put that many details in their style, so I wasn't sure, like, how many I should put in. I just think they're neat. They are just neat. Eevees are neat. You know, Pokemon tends to segment everything, so, you know, how many of these type of spikes would they normally put on something? You know, on something like Boldore, it kind of looks like maybe, you know, instead of having a whole bunch of little jagged pieces, there's just this one big piece sticking off, so... But you're right, yeah, not having serious reference means it hasn't been done before, which is good. It means we're doing something, interesting and different. You are correct. Yeah, because I certainly don't want to copy any other Pokemon. Mega Glalie? Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, they did kind of put, like, a bunch of little ridges in there. It's almost sort of awkward looking. Mega Glalie is so fucking cool looking. I don't understand how this cool-ass Pokemon came from such a fucking gross monstrosity. Look at these precious children. The only reason I like Mega Glalie is someone broke the fucking beaver teeth off of the Glalie. I thought Sylveon was just a ribbon dancer from the 80s. That too. Sylveon is still a trans pride icon. Fair. What's the forgive me for not knowing this. What's the like? What are the colors for trans pride? For some reason, I thought people were calling Glalie, or not Glalie, Sylveon the bi pride because it's pink and blue. But maybe I don't know the flags well enough. I don't really know all the different flags that well, to be real. You got so many Eevees. They're in the community. Yeah, I got a lot of shiny ones too, which was great. I actually got enough shinies that when 4th and 6th gen come out, I can have shinies of those Eevees as well. Oh, okay, it is the pink and blue. I've never seen it before, so now I know. Yo, that Uranium Umbreon looks dope. I can tell it's Photoshop, but it's still dope. 31 Eevees. And now I know. I have learned a thing. Hey, I like learning things. I will never claim to know everything. I am always willing to learn. So now I know a thing. 31 EVs is a lot of EVs. I actually caught enough shiny EVs that when the event was over and I fucked up evolving a shiny Espeon and it evolved into a shiny Vaporeon because I was dumb and didn't know you had to leave the Pokemon as your buddy. Oh, jeez. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I didn't know you had to leave it as your buddy because I'm stupid. And so, I just evolved the Eevee. I took it off and then evolved it. And so I lost a shiny Eevee that was supposed to be an Espeon. But luckily I had an extra shiny Eevee in my box, so that ended up not being a problem. Bike needs like 0.5 kilometers IDK what to evolve him with. Oh, I was like, wait, your bike needs what? Nucleon is in uranium. Oh, cool. I only got one Eevee that wasn't, and it wasn't very good. Or oh, you only got one shiny that, well, the shinies are almost never really good. My shinies are all really crappy. But they're shiny, and that's what matters. I got a lucky Quagsire today from my friend. And I got a Spinda. I finally got my Spinda. Because my friend Steph is the best. And she gave me one of her Spindas so that I could have one. So I finally got a Spinda, guys. It finally fucking happened. I still haven't seen the research task for it, though. Before I draw the rest of the pyramid, let me draw the steps. This is one thing Pokemon actually hasn't tackled yet, is a pyramid Pokemon. I don't think there are any Pokemon that have like a pyramid on their back like this or anything. I got Spinda 2 and a Heracross, nice. I got a whole bunch of Moltres today during the event, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can get some, because there's somebody in the local West County raid group that I guess was trading people regionals that they caught when they were like out and about for Entei, because they wanted 100%. They wanted like a whole set of 100% IV Entei, so they were trading people for Entei, hoping to have one reroll into 100%. I'm kind of hoping that there might be some more people in the local raid group that are like that will trade me regionals for like Moltres, or I have an extra Entei and an extra Raikou now. So I'm hoping maybe I can get somebody to give me I'm hoping somebody can give me some regionals for these legendaries I caught. I did get my shiny Moltres too. Yeah, unfortunately, I had used the nicknaming trick on the EVs already, so I had to evolve a whole bunch of EVs to make sure I got all the ones I wanted. I got really lucky, though, with the nicknaming thing. Honestly, like... that was a trick that people thought was a thing, and I don't think it ended up actually being true. But, I think it was, like, speculated to be a thing for a little while, that, like, people thought that that was gonna be how it worked. But I think it is totally right. I don't understand why they didn't just put water stones and shit in. Or just let you pick. Like, you know how, like, when you go to, like, Slowpoke, for example, it has Slowbro and Slowking listed, and then it's like, do you want to spend 3,000 candies for the one with the silhouette, or do you want to spend 3,000 candies for the silhouette of this one that has a King's Rock next to it? Like, I wish they would just do that for Eevee, where it's like, click on this one that you have to spend 50 candies for... I know it's not 3,000, I just picked the number. This one that's like 50 candies for Espeon, or 50 candies for Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, and then maybe it shows the little friendship with 10k next to it or something. Because that's the other thing that bugs me about the EVs in Pokemon Go, is that they never explain anywhere how to do it. The only way people found out how to evolve the Espeon and Umbreon without the nicknaming trick is by going online and looking it up. Which is dumb. I don't like the idea that you have to use the internet in order to play a game. But I don't recall it ever being something that was in a Pokemon game. Like, I don't recall that ever being mentioned in Pokemon Go at all. Because I found out about it through the internet, so. Why doesn't EV Candy take, like, 5 kilometers? Yeah, right. Someone made a food pyramid. Pikachu is in the junk food. That's wild. I've evolved the last 2 Jolteons using the nicknaming trick. The nicknaming trick only works once, and you must have gotten lucky and gotten 2 Jolteons. But yeah, the nicknaming trick only works once for sure. And I know that for sure because I've tried it, and it definitely only works one time. I remember vividly somebody told me about it, and so I tried it, and I got, like, a Flareon or whatever. But then I got a better Eevee later, and tried to do the trick again, and it didn't work. I got whatever the one I didn't want was. I don't remember what it was. Sandshrew is kind of pyramid-like. It has, like, the pyramid, like, striping on it. I do want to go back and look at my pyramids. Do they have segments? Sort of. Yeah, it used to be in the 10k eggs. Like, get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now you gotta walk them 10k. Instead of them being 10k. Hatch, you got a 10k eggs. Now you gotta get them out of it. You gotta walk them. I know how to use words, don't worry. Someday I'll probably have a stroke, but today is not that day. I'm fine. I know how to words. The image you sent me in DMs. I want to say I did, but now I can't remember what it was. So... like, I want to tell you the honest truth, which was, yes, I did see it. I just can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Shiny Espeon is the most glorious shade of green. I love Shiny Espeon, actually. It's not even bright neon green. That's the thing I like about it. It's like this awesome, like the original one was bright neon, but, like, the new one is, like, this awesome, like, forest green. The random MSG tip? MGS tip? I don't... Sandshrew always reminded me of the golems from Dragon's Quest. Evolve back into an Espeon? Do it. Alright, let me look up that DM. Yeah. I still wish I knew how they pick color palettes, because it seems to be absolutely fucking random. Oh yeah, the Meowth, or not Meowth, the other cat. The Pikachu, like, freaking out at the Mewtwo. Yeah, I saw that. A lot of the Gen 2 shinies were pink, too. Pink was a very common color. Yeah, like, the original one was, like... Espoan? Yeah. That's how you spell Espoan. Oh, I didn't even see that. Hang on. I don't know what MGS is. I think I missed that comment. For that comment string. So sorry. I believe you. Yeah, I see, like, the original one was, like, this, like, lime green almost. Like, it was like, a brighter, like, more neon-y green. But then, like, I mean, look at the black and white sprite compared to this 7th or the 6th gen sprite. Like the 6th gen sprite's such a like a nice deep green. I don't know. I like that. I think that's cool. Green bike, green bike. Is it still daytime where you are? Because don't make that mistake either. Alright, there we go. Let me put the different shelves in here too. These days, shiny colors are specifically chosen, but originally they just switched to another color palette. Most of the time, it was the next palette available in memory. See, that's what I heard, but I can't figure out what the color palettes were from some of them. Like for Espeon, what was the color that it grabbed next in memory? Hang on. I was looking at layouts. What was I looking up? Coughing is more purpley in Pokemon Go. Did anybody notice that fucking Haunter is never the same color and it's amazing? So if you do it by index number, right? Wouldn't Clefairy be more of like a brown color? Why does it only turn like a slight greenish color? Or is index number not the same thing? Am I misunderstanding how that works? Go to Cerebi? Oh, let's go Pikachu, still a thing. Cool. Oh, it's just the order they were programmed into the game. Gotcha. Thank you. Yeah, I know that's its color. Wait, what about it? I, like... Sorry, I don't know why I'm not understanding, but why is that? What's I guess what I'm saying is, like, yes, that's its color. What's your point? Like, I don't understand the point. I get it. Like, yeah, that's its color. Wish I could open up these links on my other computer. Oh, my question, well, okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, there was a miscommunication there. My question was, Chesu said that the sprites were, the sprite colors, Chess said that the shiny color was determined by whatever was next in memory, as far as color palettes go. No, I had a sprite of it on, I had it up on Bulbapedia. I like Bulbapedia because it shows all of them next to each other. Yeah, Chesu said that the color of the shiny is determined by the next palette in memory. But then I was wondering, where did this green color come from? What was next to Espeon in memory that made it turn this weird green color? Because I don't know how I don't understand, like, I guess I don't understand how the shiny colors were picked. Just because I don't know, and not because I think it's dumb. I don't understand coding well enough to understand how those colors were chosen. Sorry, I wasn't sure what I thought you were trying to, like, prove a point with that, and I was like, what? Yes, it's green, I know. But I see what you were trying to do. You're trying to help me find a picture of it. That's perfect. Oh, that's cool. It's some of the Gen 2 Pokemon went to be in Gen 1. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright. Turtle 1. Done. what it is about Cerebi that I don't like. Like, I like using it for Pokemon news, but there's something about I don't know, there's something about the search system that I don't, like, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, I don't know, something about this website doesn't feel as good. But I can't really tell you what it is, you know? Like, I can't describe it. Charmander's also sick-looking fire shiny, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, something about, I'm wasting, I shouldn't say I'm wasting time because I'm talking to you guys, but I'm not getting as much of this done because I'm talking to you guys, which is good, but also this isn't getting done. I try to talk and draw at the same time. Yeah, it's not even that I don't like it. Like, I use it for stuff. It's not like I don't use Cerebi. It's just, for some reason, I always end up defaulting back to Bulbapedia, and I don't know why. I don't even know if it's because I don't like it. Something about Cerebi I can't keep going back to. Bulbapedia always comes up first, and I always want Bulbapedia. Mewtwo and Espeon are similar color and both have green shinies. That is correct. Espeon is a Ditto confirmed. Muktu. I still love the theory about Dittos being failed Mewtwo clones. That's like one of my favorite fan theories out of the game. Even little spikes. What? Uh-oh. What did you do? Oh, you just Googled Luxray? Well, that was your first mistake. Oh, that is a Mega Luxray. No, I kind of want to leave it as like a weird little like dewdrop head. I don't know, something about that amuses me. It's sort of interesting. Like, I like parts of it. I hope I don't think we will, because they, like, did Z moves, and then we're like, Z moves are a thing now. I kind of almost hope they give us more Megas, though. Megas was one of the coolest new things they did. And there's been a lot of really cool Megas that came out of, like, fan art, too. I mostly just want Quagsire to get a Mega. I don't know what it would look like, I just want it. There's always some new mechanic, yeah. There's always a new mechanic and then they have to try to like quickly sweep the last new mechanic under the rug by tacking it in on the end as an item you can buy. Why wouldn't the starters in the Mega game, in the Mega Quagsire, just a bunch of Quagsire teaming up to fight at once? Mega Chestnut? Oh yeah, anyways, why don't, like Delphox and them have Megas? I suppose, technically, Greninja did sorta get a Mega, but Ash Greninja was a thing for some fucking reason. That one still baffles me. I'm still not sure I'm on board with the whole Mega, Ash Greninja. Still a little bit weirded out about that one. That one still doesn't really feel right to me. I got the I got him like everyone else. I got one. You know, I have one in Sun and Moon. I just. It was an anime thing they decided to throw into the games. I don't even know why it was a thing in the anime to begin with. See you later, Coco. Have a good night. It's compensation for Ash not having a Pokemon to Mega Evolve. That's true. Why didn't he have a Pokemon to Mega Evolve? Actually, now that you've said that. Have fun. Every trainer he fought in the league had a Mega except for him. Was it supposed to be like a moment of growth or something? So my original comment was correct. It was sort of like a Mega Greninja, but not really. It was a Mega Greninja in the sense of Mega Rayquaza as a Mega. Because Mega Rayquaza is Mega Rayquaza, he just doesn't have a stone. He Mega Evolves using a move for some reason. Which just broke the entire meta. Nintendo was like, this is fine. No one will be upset with this. He gets to be a special snowflake. Wow. I did hear that the black and white, or not black and white, I don't know what it was called. That anime, the 6th gen one was the best one, though. That's what I've heard. Because Ash was, like, vaguely competent in that one. It came with Mega Evolution so they could have something big and new and exciting to compete with Yokai Watch, which was huge in Japan at the time. Ah. See, I liked Mega Evolution. I thought that was a cool addition to the game. Like, I thought that was a genuinely neat thing that they put in. Because it made old Pokemon that weren't relevant anymore, relevant again. You know, like Kangaskhan was a really good Pokemon in the first generation. But by 5th gen, you couldn't really even use Kangaskhan for anything because it was outclassed by so many other normal types, and or it had too many counters that weren't normal types. You know, you couldn't use it anymore competitively, really. And then they gave it a Mega, and then it became amazing. You know, and I really genuinely liked Mega Evolution. I thought it was cool. You know, who the fuck ever used a Pinsir? No one. No one used a Pinsir because Pinsir is not a good Pokemon. Except they gave it a Mega, so now it's a good Pokemon. They made the strongest Mega Evolution series, which is why Mega Evolution isn't as big of a thing as the protagonist in the anime. Interesting. The fights were pretty well done. Ash was super competent. Somewhere in here, I understand how bricks work. Yo, okay, this music has nothing to do with this, and it's totally derivative, but for like a hot second, it made me think of Kirby and the Crystal Shards, and I really want to play that on stream sometime, if I could get it to work, and or figure out a way to stream it so that it works. Because Kirby Crystal Shards is one of my favorite games. Or one of my most nostalgic games, I should say. Anyways. This music made me think of Shiver Star, and that's why I said that. I don't think that's how pyramids work. This is how big the anime thing was. Oh, sorry. They felt it needed something special for Ash, and Greninja was crazy popular. Okay. Because of course he released them into the wild, because he's a fucking idiot. Ash is like the worst fucking Pokemon trainer. You know who's a great Pokemon trainer and deserves his own series? James. James is good and pure. And I want 800% more of James. There, fucking close enough. Gonna erase the little smiley face off of his neck. Alright. It evolved super fast. Interesting. Wanted to get that Goodra goodness. What time is it? 9:30? The reason for releasing Goodra was okay, but the reason to release Greninja was dumb and thrown in at the end for no reason. Yep. James has never lost a fair competition. Huh. I didn't know that. That's because James is the best. Before I shade this, is there anything you guys would change? Anything you think they need? He usually loses because Jesse and Meowth try to help. Ah. See, that's what I want. I want a series about James. You know, I still have that Mega Luxray up on the screen. I think the thing that's bugging me about it is its teeth. I think if its teeth didn't look so weird and gophery, it would be pretty cool. I think the rest of it's pretty cool. Its tail's neat. I have this thing for with like Pokemon teeth. Like, I know saber-tooth tigers have their front, like the fangs in the front, but I almost wish they would have switched to the small tooth and the big tooth. You guys don't even know what I'm thinking. Yeah, this is what I have up. I almost feel like I feel like this would be cool if this big tooth and this little tooth were switched. So otherwise, it's pretty cool. Got these funny little streaky, like, fire marks on its hip and stuff. I don't know. Sort of neat. This one's kind of cool, too. I feel like this is closer to what Pokemon would actually do with it if they did a Mega Luxray. I don't understand why it has a Arceus ring, but whatever. Movie tonight is Lucario, yes. Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, I think is what it's called. And then after that is what is probably going to be my least favorite Pokemon movie so far. And that being the Manaphy one, because Manaphy is now officially on the list of my top 5 least favorite Pokemon. It has Reggies in it. Oh, I'm so excited. The Reggies are cool, if not somewhat useless. What happened with Manaphy? It's everywhere and I hate it. We were playing Pixelmon on Penny's Minecraft server, and I built my house next to an ocean, which I don't think had anything to do with it, but I built my house next to an ocean, and I think it was Jirachi was bugged out, so we kept, like, for a little while, Jirachi was messed up, so Jirachi would spawn in biomes it wasn't supposed to spawn in, and we'd see it literally all the fucking time, but then they patched it so that it didn't do that. It only spawned where it was supposed to spawn. But then after that, I kept running into Manaphy, like, literally everywhere. Like, anywhere I was, if there was an ocean within, like, 600 kilometers of me, it was there it was, Manaphy, fucking Manaphy, showing up. I think I ended up seeing, like, 20 or so Manaphys by the time I just wasn't able to play anymore. Just fucking... So now I'm just sick of seeing Manaphy. Manaphy, like, went from, like, a Pokemon that I didn't really care either way about. It was just kind of there, and it was sort of cute, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's Manaphy. Great. Manaphy's there. This is fine. Now I'm just like, fuck that Pokemon. Get this thing out of here. All because it kept spamming. The other thing was, like, I was camping out in the ocean trying to get a Lugia to spawn, because Lugia is my second favorite Pokemon of all time, and I could not find a Lugia because I was only seeing Manaphy. And that's why I don't like Manaphy. We get to hear those stupid Reggie cries. I'm so excited. I'm so ready. And that's the story of why I don't like Manaphy. My other least favorite Pokemon are for more different reasons. All of them are joking, by the way. I don't hate any Pokemon, but least favorite is a good way to describe most of them. And actually, a lot of them are for art reasons, because I'm an artist and I'm bothered by stupid art things. Fion's fine. I don't really understand why Fion exists, but it's fine. Doesn't bug me. I don't have any Fions, and I remember a chase scene with Mew or Ash following it. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in approximately 20 minutes. Speaking of a Reggie, there's Regirock just chilling. Regirock was like, you searched for rock-type Pokemon? I am here. I had to explain to people in my raid group today about how super effective typing worked, by the way. Because everybody in the group was like, oh yeah, use your water-type Pokemon because the water-type Pokemon are boosted. And I was like, or use your rock types because the rock types might not be boosted, but they're 4 times effective, and that's better than boosted, I'm pretty sure. But everybody was like, no, don't use the rock types. They're not important because only the water types are good because it's raining. Like, no, use them both. Use a combination. Take some. It's okay. After a while, I was just like, I'm gonna take whatever I want, and people can figure it out. Like, people in the group we were running with for the Moltres Day thing were, like, arguing that the only Pokemon that mattered against Moltres were the water types because it was raining. I guess is what I'm saying. Have I ever played a JRPG? I've tried. Which ones? Is there a specific one you're about to reference? Because probably not. I don't play too many JRPGs, to be honest. I think the last, like, RPG style game I tried to play was Evoland 2, and it was fine. I don't think I like that style of RPG very much. But... Oh, have I never played a JRPG? Well, then yes, the answer to your question is yes, I've never played a JRPG. At least not to any reasonable extent. I can read, don't worry. I have a high IQ. It's fine. They. Oh my god, Chess, I'm sorry.
Pokemon is not the same kind of JRPG, though.
I guess when I think JRPG, Pokemon's not the first thing that comes to mind, and I'm sorry, I cannot fucking read tonight. I don't know what is going on. I definitely did not... My brain was like, hey, you see all those words? None of them mean anything. Just say whatever you want. Yes. No. Apparently they have never played a JRPG. I don't know what I was thinking. Good me. Good job, me. Yeah, whenever I say JRPG, whenever I hear JRPG, I always feel like something like Final Fantasy or like, I don't know, like the style where you get like a party and you like your party's not built of like several different monsters. I think of like where you would take like, see, I've never played it. I haven't played a JRPG the way I'm thinking of, so I'm having trouble describing what I'm thinking. Where you have like, you know, there's like 5 characters you can make a party with, and you can use items on, like, I guess it is like Pokemon. I don't know, it just feels different to me for some reason. Where there's like you can attack with a weapon or attack with magic, or do you play Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario? I've thought about it. I've actually thought about it. JRPGs are where things like elemental weaknesses are most prevalent. Yeah. I guess the thing that bugged me about the people during the raid thing today was not that they were arguing that the weather boost was more effective than the super effectiveness. What bugged me was that people were saying that the only thing you needed to worry about was the weather boost. That because the weather boost was for water-type Pokemon, you did not need to use rock-type Pokemon, which I don't feel was the case. I think that the 4 times weakness... I think if it was like, you know, Articuno, and okay, rock type attacks are gonna do ×2 damage. I feel like then their point would be a little more valid, but Moltres is 4 times weak to rock. There's no reason to not use rock type Pokemon in that case. Unrelated note, because this kid just came into my head, and I'm OCD and like to talk about things that came into my head. I'm not OCD, ADD. I was kind of thinking about it, and I want to see how much, like, time of clips I have, but, if you guys can think of anything that, like, happened ever on stream, preferably something I can download off YouTube, because I don't have anything, but if you guys can think of anything you found particularly funny that happened on stream, PM me and let me know, because I was kind of thinking about throwing together like a short little like funniest moments thing, and kind of because like not a lot of funny stuff happens when we do art like this, because the art streams are supposed to be a little more chill, but some of our we have some good game clips on this channel right now that Coco and I were looking at, and I was kind of thinking I might want to, I don't know, make like a short little like highlight reel. So if you guys can, just because I thought of it and I forgot to ask you guys before, so if you guys think of anything, let me know. There's a couple pretty quality clips I'm definitely going to put in, but if there was anything in particular that stood out to you that, you know, never got clipped or just whatever, let me know. If you don't think of anything, that's fine too. I'll find some stuff. And I might even wait a little while to do it to get some more clips, but there's a few clips on the channel that, like, Coco made or that some of you guys made. Yeah, that whole sequence could probably go in, yep. Actually, that would be pretty good. I think I know enough about video editing to do, like, a small compilation of clips. I don't think I could do what, Kale's doing for us. Kale, I think, is taking, Kale's taking Fev's and my Portal streams and clipping them together. And I'm not sure what their plan is, so I don't know if it's the same thing, but... I think I know enough to grab a couple of clips or shorten a video to a certain point, grab a piece, you know. I vaguely understand how to use After Effects, even though it usually attempts to crash my laptop. I might see if I can talk Kale into doing one of those for the Battle Block Theater stream, too. Sometime this weekend, I'm going to try to get the uploads for, I'm going to get the uploads for, this next week together, because I keep forgetting to upload stuff. For some reason, this one's taking a very long time. Probably because I keep stopping to talk. But talking is fun. That's half the thing. I feel like if I had any consistent topics to talk about, I'd be really good at podcasting, but I'm not good at that kind of thing. What just happened with what lines where? We are talking a lot, which is good. Yeah, you guys keep distracting me. What are you doing? How dare you come into my stream and have a good time? There are many lines, Chesu. You had it flipped over and the lines momentarily doubled or something? Oh, I dragged the layer. If I hold Option and drag it, I can duplicate the layer, but I accidentally just did like that. Yeah, I'm really happy with his face. I like how his face came out. Look at this good stompy boy. Hurry up, Nintendo, hire me. No, really, please, Nintendo, hire me. Help. We have reached that stage of the night where my room is like ridiculously hot for absolutely no reason, even though like my air conditioner's on at like 75. It feels like it's 100 degrees in this room, and so my feet really hurt. Which don't feel like two things that should be related, but they definitely are. Actually, it would probably be really bad if I worked for Nintendo, because they'd be like, okay, draw this new Pokemon, and then I would do it, and then, like, that's not how it would work at all. But I would have to be like, oh my god, guys, you should see what's happening. I'm so excited. I can't tell you about it, but I'm excited about it. Are you hunched over, trapping body heat under you? Why do you think I don't have a webcam? I think it's because my feet are under the desk. My feet always get hot when the rest of my body's hot, though. Like, my feet are the first thing to get warm, and they swell because my feet are dumb. I have, I'm pretty sure somebody told me, and I don't know it for sure because I've never had a doctor confirm it, so this is one of those self-diagnosis sort of things, but I'm pretty sure that my grandma has, like, her veins in her ankles are smaller than usual, and I think that might be, like, something you can inherit, if I'm remembering correctly. It was a while ago we had this conversation. So my feet swell up really easy. So I'm sort of hunched over, trapping body heat underneath me. I'm hunched over a desk. All I know is that my feet swell up when it's hot, and my legs fall asleep when I sit on the floor. Like, I can't sit cross-leg on the floor anymore. Like, if I'm gonna sit to play video games, I either have to sit on the coffee table or, like, pull up a chair, because I can't sit at a TV anymore. You can inherit all kinds of weird stuff. That's fair. Oh, yeah, we should... What was this thing's name? Pteramid? Yo, whichever one of you guys gave me Pteramid, that was such a good fucking name. Pteramid was an awesome choice. Should I try to make this look more like the Mayan pyramid, where it's got like this thick edge? So I'm gonna sit here and line art this anyway. You did? Well, that was a good fucking name. Good job, Flugly. Are you gonna get black sclera's? Because it looks kind of rad with the red. I haven't decided yet. I had black, but I didn't want to fill the black in with line art. Like, I kind of want to do the black in color. I also could do this really straight like I did for the little one, but I kind of don't want to. I could just go like that. Well, good job, you, because that was a good fucking name. Excellent choice. Great job. No, I kind of want the lines to be a little more organic. Which means I'm going to redraw this line like 3,000 times until it's like sort of straight. Like enough that it looks straight, but that it's not. Kind of like me. Like that was one of those comments that I just make and then leave. And don't come back to it, so I'm gonna comment on it. See, literally every single artist does it, but it drives me absolutely fucking insane. I can't watch other art streamers that do that. I can't do it. It makes me so anxious. I spend the whole night going, oh my god, that line was fine. Put it back. and I know I do it too, and I don't know why it makes me so anxious when other people do it, because I know I do it, but it's like, that line was fine. Why did you erase it? And then I panic. I found another artist on here that I was gonna follow because his art was really good, but he literally spent like 10 minutes trying to draw just the line on the top of the character's nose, and I left. I was like, I can't handle this. I'm sorry. Your art's really good. You're great, but I'm gonna leave. Oh, same small stroke over and over again until it looks right. Sometimes what ends up happening, like if I've drawn the same stroke over and over again until it looks right, if I do that for more than like a few minutes, I'll go back and I'll like rotate the canvas to see if I can get a better angle on it, or, you know, draw it in little like smaller strokes or whatever. But I don't know, for some reason I got really anxious the one time I watched somebody do it for like 5 minutes and I was like, that's so much. Like, not a judgment. It's not like I'm saying you can't do that because it's bad or whatever. Just like, I can't watch. I'm just gonna go sit over here and just listen to you and not watch you struggle, because maybe it's because I feel the struggle. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like a secondhand embarrassment thing. Like, I'm watching you do it and I'm understanding the struggle that's happening, and I don't want to watch it because it makes me struggle. That would explain why I can't watch like 90s like movies. Question mark. Like, okay, like, weird example, but like, you know, like in those like Disney Channel like sitcom-y shows, whenever like they'd have to sneak into somebody's room to like get evidence or something, or like, oh, we stole this thing from this person by accident, but we can't tell them about it, so we have to like sneak it into their room, and oh no, they're coming in, so we gotta hide in the closet or climb out the— those situations always freaked me out. Like, anytime somebody is in a room where they're not supposed to be, that makes me so anxious. And like, well, gross out comedy too. I never like gross out comedy, but like, yeah, like specifically like, just like, I think it's because I feel like I'm in that situation too. It's like, oh no, we're not supposed to be in here. Go back. Don't go in. Why are you going in there? No. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go in there. Like, I don't know. For some reason that makes me really anxious. Like, I have a hard time watching movies where like regular people are sneaking into places they're not supposed to be in. Watching like spy movies, I'm fine with, because they're spies. That's what they do. They sneak into places. But like teenagers sneaking into other teenagers' bedrooms or sneaking into the school at night or whatever, like that always made me really anxious, because it was like too real. It was like, oh my god, you're gonna get like in trouble. I was one of those goody two-shoe kids that never wanted to get in trouble though. Secondhand embarrassment, definitely. Yeah. I feel like that was kind of like a form of secondhand embarrassment. Like, not quite, but it was like some kind of like version of it. I'm trying to think of like a specific example. It's been a hot minute since I watched any movies like that, but kind of almost feel like the side on the right, his left, needs to be a little bit longer. Best to pause and recuperate, yeah. Like, oh, man. Yep. You just gotta breathe for a second and just figure it out, because... Yep. I also have a really hard time with, like, cop shows that, like NCIS or CSI and stuff like that. Whenever they do the autopsy stuff, I always have a hard time with that. Which is weird, because, like, all the scenes where they're like, oh, this is the murder scene, and there's the body over there, it's got the crowbar still stuck in its head or whatever, like, that doesn't gross me out. But, like, autopsy stuff freaks me out for some reason. I also can't watch any medical things. Like, medical TV shows and junk freak me out. Even, like, the beginning of Doctor Strange, I was a little uncomfortable. Because it's, like, it's all medical junk. And medical stuff freaks me out, too, for some reason. Like, I have a hard time with that. I don't even know why, because I've never really spent any, like, weird amount of time in the hospital to, like, be afraid of that kind of stuff. It's just something about all the medical jargon freaks me out. Same. Yeah, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one, like... There's an episode of Outer Limits or Twilight Zone-y type show. Uh-oh. Do you think he needs anything under the pyramid? Or do you think it's fine if it's just solid under there? Whoa, Mac, relax. Gordon finds himself awake and aware in his body as he's being. Oh, that's so freaky. Nope, that's like ultimate nightmare. That is like my single biggest fear. Is like anesthesia not working. Like, okay, I'm really freaked out by stuff like centipedes. House centipedes literally give me panic attacks. But I would rather lay in a pool full of millions of centipedes than have like autopsy, like have like anesthesia not work and be awake. That is like my single worst fear. Which I think is not a weird fear, but still, that is in there. That is the thing. Hanging roots or vines. Yeah, let's do that. Or maybe not. Let me finish, like... Let me finish doing the rest of the pyramid. So yeah, welcome to that night. Have that nightmare fuel for you. But yeah, maybe some, like, vines or roots would be cool. I don't know. Do you guys have any, like, really specific fears like that? I'm sure I'm not the only one, but... Might not be good for me to be talking about that with you guys on a chill stream, but I don't know. I find that kind of stuff sort of interesting. Like, it's kind of interesting to hear what other people are afraid of, I guess. That makes... Okay, I'm glad I put that extra, like, lip on here, because it makes him look a little more, like... I don't know. It looks a little more like, looks more Mayan than Egyptian. The episode ends with his friends explaining the prank and telling him to catch up with them at the bar after the drug wears off, but then another guy who wasn't in the prank comes in for a late shift and thinks he's an actual cadaver. Oh no. Yep. See, like, I would just, nope. I would die there immediately. You wouldn't even get to the part where, like, I get operated on. I would be dead already. I would be an actual cadaver. Just immediately. Not exactly a fear, but sometimes my brain has intrusive thoughts about dropping phones from high places and sewer drains when I'm around those. Yeah, okay, I've had that too. Like, I'll walk past a drain and I'm like, that would suck if I dropped my thing in there. I also have intrusive thoughts about, car accidents. Like, I'll see somebody driving on the road and I immediately get like a panic. Like, if somebody's doing something stupid on the road, like dodging in and out of traffic or something, I immediately start to panic a little bit because my first thought is, oh my god, if he hit me, then my car would be damaged. And if my car was damaged, then I wouldn't be able to pay for it. And what if I couldn't drive the car? But then I can't pay for it. So then I wouldn't have a car. And then I'd have to ask somebody for a ride to work. And I don't want to do that. I don't like asking people for rides to work. But, and how would I get to the grocery store? I can't get to the grocery store without a car. And I just like, immediately my brain is like, this is all the things that could happen if that guy who is now 6 cars ahead of you crashed into you. Oh yeah, that is definitely some long-term psychological damage. There was some shitty movie my mom and I watched a while back that was like, it was some sort of like doomsday horror, like it was like some kind of doomsday movie, but like they had these like weirdly realistic scenes of like you're standing on a train platform and then the train comes pulling in, but the train's going too fast and it comes smashing up onto the, you know, up onto the track. It like hits the camera and then it backs out to like the destruction and the smoke and everything. But like it was like a first person view of you getting hit by a train or like a first person view of a plane coming down out of the sky and hitting you, and it was like that freaked me out. There was one where, like, it was, like, a car, like, a truck drove through a red light and, like, sideswiped the lady, and, like, I freak out every time my mom, like, if I'm in the passenger seat and my mom, like, makes a left turn and crosses over 2 lanes of traffic and she does it in front of somebody, I panic. It scares me. So, yeah, I would totally believe that you had some long-term psychological damage. Like, you think like that's good? Just to break up that underside a little bit. Alright, 1. After all that, we finished 1. I tell you what, let me put the BRB up. I'm gonna go get a glass of water and turn my air conditioner down a little bit because I'm a little bit warm and uncomfortable. So just stare at this beautiful turtle for a minute, and I will be right back to do the baby one. We'll see if we can get some color on him real quick, because I don't think it'll take me that long to color now that I'm done with all, like, the weird, crazy details, but we'll see. And then we'll go watch our movie. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thanks, Phoenix. Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. We're doing a fake Pokemon Dex here, and actually I'm gonna mark that down. Doesn't look like anybody grabbed anything since the last time I checked this, so yeah, we're doing like a Fakemon Pokédex, and I've got some, the community made some different, we picked some different Pokemon, we came up with typings and stuff. I'm gonna just mark that for now, because we're almost done with it. Maybe I shouldn't. Not actually done yet. And like, people have been grabbing them off the list, like Kuro's doing a couple of bat Pokemon, Arenis was gonna work on some bird Pokemon, Sidri's gonna work on our water type starter, maybe. Did I put you down for the sheep? I think I did. Yep, I did. You are down for the sheep. So, we're kind of having a good time with it. There's, let me grab you the link to the folder, because there's a whole bunch of them. And we still have, like, about half the decks left to do. Drive. This should be the link. Yeah. That'll do it. Yeah, that's the whole link. And then the artist who did the Pokemon is in the lower corner. The lower left. Or lower right corner, rather. So you can see who was responsible for which monstrosities. If you're interested in participating, there's still quite a few left that need to be done. If you want to grab one. Oh my god, please. There we go. Like, struggle bust there. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys all having a good Saturday? I haven't checked in a little while just to see how you guys are doing. Did I give this guy like a cheek detail? No, I didn't. Alright, I'm not gonna do that on him then, because then he's too turtwiggy. All the Pokemon I've ever influenced directly have been taken. You did do your frogs, though. They came out really cool. Oh, yeah, convention season for sure. Yeah. No, that's way more important. Any, big conventions you're going to before the end of November? Yes, and you did the Scarin. Yes. Actually, I didn't get to put him on a card yet, I don't think. I don't think he's in here. No, I didn't get a chance to do that yet. I'll have to make sure I do that. Pays the bills. Excellent. Yes, paying bills is very important. I'm somewhat fortunate in that this is just a hobby for right now. My day job is still art, but it's not my art, so... Still work. My fun art is still... not a day job. I have no recollection of what happened today other than that you were just relaxing. You're just taking it easy. Hey, that's a good way to spend a day. Just relaxing. You brought up the dog, turtle, and the dahlia. I put... Oh, is Scarin on here? Oh yeah, he's higher up on the list than I thought he was. I don't know why I thought he was down near the bottom. Sask Expo next weekend. It's in Saskatoon and Central Canadian Comic Con in Winnipeg at the end of October. Wow. Do you travel a lot for conventions, or are they all sort of local to you? You probably have the most ridiculous frequent flyer miles. Been as far as Japan. That's super cool. What kind of stuff do you sell at the cons? Like, what sort of art do you do? If you ever want to share anything, you're more than welcome to. Everybody's allowed to share their art if they want, as long as they don't come into my chat with the express purpose of advertising their art and then leaving. Fan art, but yeah, do you do like sewn crafts or so is it digital stuff? Oh, hello, kitty. I almost want to get a webcam just so you can see my cat being adorable while I stream because she's so good. Yes, you are. You're such a good girl. Mwah. You don't like when I kiss you on the face, though. Which is why I do it. Nope, now we're trying to eat the stylus. Nope, now we're licking my hand. That's making it very difficult to do lines. Because I have a cat licking my fingers. Shay. Shay, I can't see the screen. You goober. Shay, stylus is not for eating. Stylus is for drawing, not for eating. Yeah, you see that little flattened part of the line there? That's my cat's head being in the way. Gonna hit the save key real quick, because I just noticed she realized that the mouse is moving around on the other screen. Primate digital, a huge dose of Copic. Ooh, cool. That's awesome. Copic work is neat. Excuse me, sweetie. I need a new layer. Thank you. I need to get like a cat cam. Take this canvas the other way. There we go. For some reason, I can draw lines like one direction, but I can't draw them the other way. Even then, I struggle, but... Copic's one of your favorite mediums with digital, so damn easy to prep for. Oh, for sure. You can just print it. You print it, stick it in the nice little sleeves, and it's ready to go. Do you sell, like, prints of your work, or do you do the originals as well? Cat friend has found the best spot to sit, where she is 100% in the way. Mostly prints. Gotcha. I'm gonna take a picture of my cat and put her on the Discord because she's just so great right now. Too hard or dangerous to transport them. Ah, gotcha. I guess that makes sense. You keep them and sell them local. Nope, you can't sit there. Ugh. The fully separated jaw and the small one. I was gonna do it, and then I realized that I didn't do it on anything else, so I thought, well, then let's not do that. Oh, that has a Q attached to it, sorry. Alright, kitty girl. You either gotta come sit down here with me, or you gotta go away, because you're very cute, but you're also in the way. I was gonna do it, but then I thought it made it look too much like Turtwig, and I also didn't do it on the big one, so I thought, well, we'll just get rid of it. We'll just take it off and leave him, like, small and derpy. Just give me a second. I'm gonna snuggle my cat real quick. Mwah. Yes, because you're very attention-starved. I've definitely ignored you too long today. I left the house for a whole several hours to go do Moltres Wraith. How dare I? What time is it? It's 10:18? 10:20 almost? I could probably get this line art done tonight, but I don't know if I can color it in a reasonable amount of time. I don't know how long it'll take me to color. Did I get a shiny? Yes, I did. I did get one shiny. I got very lucky. I got one. And I'm gonna stockpile the rest of them. Usually I trade them away because I don't feel the need to have more than one, but I'll stockpile the rest and see if I can get somebody to trade me some regionals. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Do you guys want to go watch the movie now? Do you want to watch, We did like 6 right before I got motion sick and didn't get any. Oh, you didn't get any Moltres? Oh, that sucks. I actually didn't even consider that you could get Moltres. I didn't even consider that you could get motion sickness from... my cat's leaving now, so I'm gonna keep going. I wasn't sure how long my cat was gonna be needy, but she seems fine now, so... She just wanted me to snuggle her for a second. Yeah, I didn't even consider that was a thing. It's funny, because I do usually get motion sick. Like, I get motion sick from, like... I get motion sick on, like, boats and stuff, but... I suppose you would get motion sick in Pokemon Go. So I don't get sick when I play Pokemon Go. Traveling from stop to stop via car. Oh, that's true. Just the car movement in general. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see if we can speed this process up a little bit. We got out and walked for a little while. I should do those one at a time. I feel like this will work. Yeah, I just have to redo the backside, but... Let me see how I feel when I'm done with the, line art on this part. Planned it all out. It was like 15 minutes per stop on the next one, so I had to try to catch while in the car. Oh, I see. That's like so much stress. We did. I don't even know how many we did total, but like we tried to follow a group through Main Street, like the city garden, but they were moving so fast that at some point we were like, well, let's just chill and go slow. And we ended up meeting like a couple other people who wanted to go slow and had like a little group of like 6 people that were just going. That is nuts. I remember for the Articuno raid, there was a group running around in West County that was specifically looking for the shiny. They did not care about the candies. They didn't care about the, getting a bunch of Articunos. Their only goal was to get the shiny Articuno. And they would basically go, it was like a train of cars running through West County. They would basically do like, they would do the raid, and if nobody got a shiny, they would just move on to the next gym. Like, you would just run from the Articuno and just go to the next gym. Like, that's insane. I did not go with that group. I stuck with my small group that was actually trying to catch all the Articunos because I wanted the candy. I cared about the Articuno candy a little bit, like enough to do it anyway. Some people are really intense. I'll do that with, like, other shiny Pokemon. Like, if I'm driving to a parking lot or something, I'll, like, you know, tap all the Duskulls and just see if any of them are shiny. Or if I'm doing, you know, Pokemon Go stuff with my friend and she's driving, you know, I'll just tap all the Pokemon that can possibly be shiny in the area just to see if any of them are shiny and then run from them if they're not. Because she's usually driving too fast for me to, like, just slow enough that I can get them, but not slow enough that, like, I don't get stopped. You had that during the Ho-Oh raids? Oh, that's right. Ho-Oh came back for a little while. I did get a shiny Ho-Oh. I got that too. That one I was really excited about. Because I love shiny Ho-Oh. Shiny Ho-Oh is super cool. Pokemon Go is just a cool thing in general, though. Like, I don't know, it's neat that, like, you know, people can get together with just a simple cell phone game. Like, I've made a bunch of friends through Pokemon Go. That's the only reason I'm friends with the people I'm friends with at work, honestly. Like, Pokemon Go and the fact that, like, one of them is just the coolest person I've ever met. But, like, all of my, like, friends out here in St. Louis are all ones that I met through Pokemon Go, and my first raid in Pokemon Go was a Venusaur. I was coming back from running an errand, and I drove past this little church by my apartment, and I saw that there was a Venusaur raid, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, that raid thing is new. I wonder if I could do that Venusaur by myself. So I pulled into the parking lot, and there were like 3 other cars sitting there, and it was on a Sunday, so I felt really awkward, like, pulling into this parking lot on a Sunday when I didn't even go to the church. Like, it was just me, just chilling, just, hey, what's up? So I pulled in, and I felt kind of awkward that there were like 3 other cars in there, but then one of the one van rolled down her window and was like, are you here to do are you here to do the Venusaur raid? And I was like, yes. And then they helped me do it, and I didn't catch it, but they did help me do we all did the raid together. And she introduced herself, and she was like, oh yeah, let me put you in the local raid group. And I was like, yeah, I just moved here, so I don't know where anything is, but, like, yeah, let me join your group. And that's how I became friends with the people I'm friends with. Imagine if they had raids like this for the first month the game came out. Oh my god, it would have been so nuts. There wasn't really much you could do to, like, get together with people unless you were really into, like, the gym thing, which I wasn't. I've never cared about keeping, like, the gyms a certain color. Like, there's some people in the St. Louis group that are really into that. Like, they want to make sure that they keep the gym yellow or keep the gym red or whatever, and they're really intense about, like, their gym. It would have been crazy and killed it. The game was nuts enough with just normal Pokemon, yeah. The first year there wasn't so much, yeah. The video with the Vaporeon in Central Park? I don't think I saw that, no. Alright, there they are. Your girlfriend lives on top of a gym. It is very rarely anything but blue. Oh yeah, the connection issues were wild when the game first came out. Yeah, you could, like, catch them and take control of the gyms if you really wanted, but I never cared about that. Plus, I never put anything good in the gyms. I always put something stupid in the gyms. I always want to put, like, just, like, I want to put, like, my unevolved shiny Aeron in there just to put it in there. Or, like, oh, you know what this gym needs? A Sudowoodo. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna click this link. Oh, I have seen this! Yeah, all those people going for the Vaporeon raid. I remember this. Was this when the raids first came out? Magikarp's a good thing. Yeah, Magikarp's a good Pokemon. Alright, what color are we coloring this guy? I'm committed now. Oh, it's just a normal wild Vaporeon? That's amazing. People are wild. That's hilarious. That happened at a park here called Tower Grove Park when they had the first. I don't think it was the first community day. One of the first few community days when they did the Dratini community day. There were like 300 people or something at Tower Grove Park, which was like way over the capacity for the park, and they ended up closing down like 2 of the gyms and removing almost all the Pokestops because the park people complained. It was really funny. What the heck, USA, right? It's so crazy. Like, USA is very intense. USA! So the Mayan pyramids are more of like a gray color. So I almost think that this thing needs color more like a golem. Like more golem or Rhydon and less Sandshrew. Like if I was gonna do a Egyptian pyramid, I would do Sandshrew's colors like immediately. But I almost feel like maybe Golem's a good idea for this guy. I'm gonna go for Rhydon's colors though, because it's got that nice like light color. So come over here for a second. Let me grab you. And I might grab Golem just for a color. So we're not straight copying another Pokemon's palette, but... You never seen anything like that in Winnipeg? That happens all the time in the US. That's a super common thing in the US. St. Louis is like that. St. Louis, I think, has like one of like the top 5 biggest communities in the US, I think. Maybe more like lighter color. Maybe a little of both. Maybe... What if I just did the tops in the light color? Remember when Pokemon Go's second trailer was shown during the Super Bowl or something, and it had a bunch of Times Square Pokemon catching a Mewtwo, and it was like, okay, people really... You were thinking, oh yeah, people will really do that. But then they do. People are literally like that. It's so great. I'm gonna do the big one first, I think, and then we'll focus on the little one, because I might change the colors a little bit for the little one. I'm sort of digging this, like, lighter color on this one's belly. Definitely grabbing that pink color out of your mouth. What eyes does Golem have? Oh, it's also got that weird, like, red color eye. I'm just gonna put the orangey red color in there just for a second. Let's see what it looks like with the black sclera. Ooh, I kind of dig that. I think I kind of want to keep that. Wonder if there'll be anything special when you go to a con. There might be. There was a lot of pretty crazy stuff at the Science Center when we were there the other day. Yeah, it's just like a murder noodle. Should its head pointy bit be a different color? Maybe red or green? Yeah, or I was thinking like a gold color, like maybe maybe like this orange color off Terrakion. Yeah, it might be a good accent color. I'll, I think you're right, though. I think this needs to be a better color. Actually, what if I colored the tips of the, like the top parts of the pyramid with this color? So do like... those parts in orange. And then maybe take this like Terrakion brown for the horns. Okay. Let me finish blocking in a couple colors and then we'll fiddle around with them. I sometimes find that helps me if I just put the colors in and then worry about, like, okay, do we like this shade or whatever. Let me... It is like the murder noodle eyes, though, isn't it? It's basically just a Veos eye. I don't know, some Pokemon have that, though. Tyrantrum has that. Or we could make that red-white. That's more of a Tyrantrum. You like the eyes this way? Should the hanging bits be green, maybe? Maybe. Oh, I like that gold better than the orange. The belly should be dark. Yeah. There we go. Maybe not. I feel like the belly needs to be a different color. I don't necessarily want to use that dark brown though, because it's too close to the spikes I put on the arms, but I think I am going to vary the color of the layers though. I think that will help also. I could try the Sclera red. Hang on. Let me do, oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this in white and then this in red. How's that? Have a good night, Phoenix. I'm glad you stopped by for a while and we're just hanging out. See you later. Have fun with your raid. That looks sort of cool. It's a little different, too. Oh, the black and red. Is there any rock Pokemon with grass growing on them? I don't know, but I'm grabbing that green color off Sudowoodo. How's that? The Red Sclera is unique, but I don't think it's a good match for this guy. We'll try a Red Sclera on somebody. feel like that top platform needs to go back to being, like another color. That's pretty cool. Kinda dig that. There's no moss-covered Pokemon yet? I'm surprised. I kinda almost want to reduce it down one color. The moss doesn't look too bad when it's red like that. Either way, I'm gonna use the red to color it, because it made it look real cheesy. Looks like blood. You're right. Perhaps not a good plan then. Go back to the green. Alright, well I think that's a good amount of paint of colors, I think. Let me do. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I think he looks good. Alright, let's do the little guy. I didn't struggle bus as long with this one as I did with the bunny. For some reason, the bunny was really hard. Like, the rabbit was really difficult for no apparent reason. I think it's because we were trying to mix two types together that already had very similar colors. I definitely colored that the wrong color. The turtles. I like the turtles. These guys are cool. Can't color fictional liquid red because it always looks like blood. Blue water is too generic. Green is overly sci-fi. Yep, pretty much. The color brown is bad too. Apparently you're not allowed to use brown. Rock ground's fairly straightforward. Rock ground is always... Rock and ground is always like a brown color, so... Would green work for the head spikes? I suppose they do. I don't really care for it, but... yeah. I don't think it looks bad. Like he's trying too hard to be punk. Yeah, he is. Should have added some rock. Oh yeah, cracks would have been good. I guess I'll go through and do that. Okay. No, that's a good idea. I actually totally forgot to do that. Doesn't take that long to beat up some rocks. And get a couple more in here. I don't know if other rock type Pokemon have this, but I think it looks cool. Yeah, I think it looks good. I don't remember how to spell Cincino. I always grabbed Cincino because Cincino's a base white Pokemon, so I can grab that bluish shadow color they use for everything really easily. Can't get over the faces. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think they're cute. I like them. I wasn't sure how hard a time I'd have with these. Just because, like, there's a couple really good-looking turtle Pokemon already, so I was a little bit concerned I wouldn't be able to do anything interesting with them, but I actually think they turned out really nice. They have more Pokemon faces than any of the others so far? Oh, well, there we go. I still do like my cactuses, though. My cactus starters are still my favorite that I've done. Like, some of the others look good, too, but I don't know. Something about those cactuses, man. I like Ron's fire-type starter, and I haven't seen Sidri's water-type starter, but I would pick the grass-type starter in our gen. You killed it with the cactus? Hell yeah. That was a very good cactus. The thing I was scared of with the cactus was making it look too much like that one Digimon that's also a cactus that punches things, and I think I did a pretty good job of separating those two, like, in a way that made sense. Because after we decided that punching cactus was a funny idea, I suddenly went, oh wait, shoot, that's a Digimon. Togemon has a kind of Hanawa face. So it's not that original looking in its of itself. That's true. I like how I was like, I don't know if I want to do the whole thing right now, and then ended up doing it. I feel like I'm getting better as we go on at doing this like Pokemon style too. Like I feel like I was pretty good at it to begin with, but I feel like it's getting better. Which I guess makes sense. The more that you do a thing, the better you get at it. Amazing. For some reason, I understood what you meant anyway, even though I have not been able to read so far tonight. You have a functional mental autocorrect only me who reads facebook.com as facebase.yourmom. That's fair. Faceboot. I will never not find the Facebook funny. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. Let me put some highlights on their eyes and then I'm gonna call them done. And then if anybody's still up for a movie, I know it got a little bit late there, but if anybody's still up for a movie, we can go watch it. Have a good night, Flugly. I'm still up. If I'm ready to go if you guys are. Good night. See you later. Sometimes my mental autocorrect tries too hard, though. That's the other thing. Just realized this top layer here is all kind of wonkadillas. Let me just fix that real quick. Back to racing. I know lettuce is how lettuce is pronounced. My brain can't help but say letuche. Depending on how you break that up, that does make sense. Oh, not box blur. Filter blur, Gaussian blur. Put that bad boy on like 1. And Gaussian blur. Alright, there you go. There you have it. 2 Toidles. Turtle Burtle Pokemon. Now, I will mark them as done. Alright, so. There they are. They are done. Alright, you guys still down for a movie? I'm gonna go ahead and get a room set up if you guys are ready to go. That's something you still want to do tonight. That will be the room. Maybe. Try the second one instead, actually. It asked me, after I posted that, it asked me to change the settings, so... So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. If anybody wants to watch a movie with me... So head to bed? Yeah, that's fair. Go to bed, get some sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna post it in the Discord and see what everybody else is up to. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. It was fun. Thank you. I'm glad that they turned out really cool. Thanks for hanging out with me. So we're gonna go over to Rabbit, watch a movie. Do not forget, tomorrow, Coco Shanks and I are gonna be trying to finish Battle Block Theater. So at 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific, we're gonna be finishing up Battle Block Theater. So I am streaming tomorrow. I'll post about it in the Discord again. But that's what's happening. If you are not in the Discord, please consider joining the Discord. I don't know if there's anybody lurking who's new, but it's a good way to keep up with what we're up to and all that. I always post when I'm going live or something crazy's happening in my life that I can't stream or whatever. And consider following if you're not already following. But with that, I'm gonna go to bed. No, I'm not going to bed. We're gonna watch a movie. I'm gonna go get in the room to watch a movie. Alright? You all are super cool. And yeah, have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye.